All right, I'm going to talk about looping and arrangement view and program changes in a little mini module here. So for my song Transmute, if we play the song. You can see that these loopers are just firing off one after the other. And so if we look into each one of these, we can see that the looper is selecting different things and it's going into different states. It's stopped, it's recording, it's playing. So the way that I did that was, I'll just kind of do it from scratch here. So if I create another audio track, and you could just take any piece of audio, really, just like any clip of audio. So let's find something. Sample. All right, so let's take this piece of audio here. So we're not actually going to use the audio, so we're going to just strip the audio out. And then what we can do is I'm going to bring it over to the arrangement view. And I'm just going to make this, pretty long. Just going to consolidate a clip here. And then I can go to my looper. Come on, computer. And put that on the track. Okay, so now we should see the looper states come up here, right? And so if you know the arrangement that you want to do, you could just say, okay, I want it stopped at the beginning, but after 2 bars, I want it to record for 2 bars. And then after that, I want it to go into play mode and play back for 2 bars. And then maybe after that, I want it to go into overdub mode, overdub, and then I want it to stop. So if we go down here, it goes to stop. So this is just a basic arrangement, right? But once you've got it figured out, and I would suggest sketching this out on a piece of paper as well so that you know, because if you have multiple loopers with different instruments, you want to know when they're coming in and out. Now I can just take this clip and drag it back over to the session view, and we'll see if we play this song. So it's following the pattern that I detailed in the arrangement view. So that's a way, if you want to continue to use the session view, you can map out and you can use markers and say, okay, here's where the rolly comes in, here's the violin comes in, and you can map it out, and then you can just drag the clips back into the session view. So that's a way of doing it if you don't want to continue to do arrangement view. As far as program changes are concerned, there's a couple of different ways to do it. So for example, on my violin track here, I have added a guitar rig, and And on this track here, I've got the MIDI going to the guitar rig on this track. And I just have a very simple program change of 33 here. So when I trigger the beginning of this clip, of this MIDI clip, it's going to change to program 33 no matter what we're on. So say we're on 42, I trigger this, it goes straight to 33. So if you have multiple program changes, you could, one way of doing it is you could change it here and have some follow actions going on. So you can say, like, after 8 bars, I want to go to the next clip, and then it'll automatically change to, in this case it would change to 20. So let's just say, well, let's just say something short, so we have to wait forever. So it changed to 20 after 4 bars. So that's one way that you can do it. It depends on what your which of your instruments or your audio effects, like what they will accept. For instance, I wanted just everything on one. I didn't want to do the follow actions, so I put a dial to program change, and that's controlling my equator plugin here. So if I go up, you can see at the dial to program change, it's going up incrementally. It's going through my preset bank, and I had created that on my own. So if you wanted to do that in Guitar Rig, I created something called My Presets, and you just do that by creating a new tag, and then let me just delete this one, and then let me create a new one. Okay, and then say, you know, I really like this one, I could just drag it into my presets, and say I really like this one, I could drag it into my presets until you have, you know, your own preset bank here. And then that way you can just step through your own preset bank, and you can tell it which one you want by doing the program changes here, or you can tell it what you want it to do by using the dial to program change, which will just cycle through them. And so in this case, I had gone and I did the program number, and you can see that, you know, it was on program 1 for a while, and then it went to 2, and then it went to 3. And hopefully that answers your questions.